This is Jeff with another tech video. Today I have another series on the official Samsung cases for the Galaxy Note 8. Today I have the S-View flip cover. Cool thing about these cases is that there's a kickstand for watching videos, and the screen or the cover is actually a little bit transparent, so you can actually see the screen while it's on without having to flip open the case. You can also talk on it with the cover closed as well to give that ultimate protection for those of you guys who are looking for it. So let's get into it. So I got two colors. I got the Orchid Gray and the black version of this case. So the first one we'll take a look at is the black one. As you can see, it's a pretty solid looking case, and it actually detaches and it feels like there's a magnet. You guys can see it probably there and maybe here that helps it, stay closed. But the idea is that, I'll pop it in there in a second. You can kind of, use that for movie viewing and such. So that's the black one. Let's take a look at the Orchid Gray. So again, these are the same case, just a different color. You can see that color difference with the Orchid Gray. Maybe if I can angle that a little bit. Very subtle difference. The bigger difference is going to be on the back. You can see it does match the color of the Orchid Gray Note 8 fairly well. And obviously this version with the midnight black, the cover is actually kind of almost like a bluish gray to my eyes in this lighting. Not sure if you guys can see that maybe with that angle. Seems almost like a slate gray instead of being more of a black. But they're both really good looking cases. I have to say, no complaints about either one. So let's go ahead and pop these in and see what they look like. So first I'll put the black one with that, and as you can see, the cover actually, it's kind of interesting. The sticker actually does a pretty good job there, but I can peel that off, put that aside. There you go, it actually turns on the display. So when you close it, even if you have always on display turned off, which I do on this Note 8, it'll actually stay on and then it'll turn off. That's actually a really cool feature that I wasn't aware of before. So that's pretty cool. Let me pop in the Orchid Gray version now. In the interest of time, I'm keeping the stickers on the inside, but I'll peel off the stickers on the outside just so you guys can see it. So here you go. Now this one is off. Let me just power that one on. So you guys can see that boot up. But while we let that boot up, pretty much this is, again, pretty nice feel. It's got a good connection to the fingerprint scanner. Really helps, with placement and everything. There goes my T-Mobile Note 8 getting started up. Corner protection, if you look at that, corner protection is pretty decent. Again, I don't think this case is really designed for any rough falls or anything. The top is completely open, as you can see as well, just on the cover or on the sides. Side protection looks to be pretty good, which is nice. I guess if you're looking for as much protection as you can. I know a lot of people like this style of case just because it does protect it if you're going to put it in a purse or, in your pocket with, your keys or anything like that. It'll help protect the screen itself. But I do feel like this plastic will scratch pretty easily, so be careful with it if you do tend to be a little bit rougher with your devices. And then on the side, you have the volume up, volume down keys that are clearly labeled to make it a little bit easier. I do wish that they would have included something to make it a little bit easier to press without having to look. There's basically no differentiation in the buttons here with Bixby and everything going on these days with the Bixby button. Accidental Bixby presses might become more common if you have this case until you kind of start to learn exactly where those buttons are. So again, I wish they would have had some sort of a tactile feedback to let you know, which button was, volume up, volume down, and which button to more or less avoid if you're not a Bixby fan. So, moving over to the Orchid Gray version, again, pretty similar, pretty nice shine and everything. If you close it again, the always on display comes up temporarily, and then it'll fade away and go back to black. There you go. So it stays on for, what was that, maybe 3 or 4 seconds. Again, pretty nice looking case. The cool thing about these is that you can actually set it down and, keep it so you can watch video. or if you're into, Twitter or whatever else it might be, you can just kind of let it sit there on your desk or table, and it'll let you view everything pretty easily. One of the things that I've noted about the angle of these cases is actually that a little bit interesting, but it has a tendency, I think, to be a little bit too upright. So the angle of this is actually not very steep, right? So it's maybe, I don't know if I had to guess, just shy of 45 degrees. It's not quite at an angle. I wish it would, go down to, maybe a little bit further, because I think it does help with, viewing of videos and such. You might be curious about how it kind of stays without falling. That is actually a lip. If I can show you guys, yeah, you can see it there. There's that lip right here. That's what this part kind of catches on. So it's not secured by magnets or anything else. It's just this little lip, so that when you set it down, you just kind of rest it down, and it should be pretty stable. If I kind of shake the table, it should be stable enough for it to stay up while you watch your videos. So that's another quick look at one of the Samsung cases. I'll also be filming a video to show you guys a comparison with a couple of the other cases I've already shot videos of. I think that between the Alcantara case or cover, the rugged protective cover, and this S-View flip cover, I think that there's a lot of options out there for any style of individual. And whether you're into the more stylish but slim cases with the Alcantara cover, or with the rugged protective cover if you want that extra drop protection, or if you want the versatility of the S-View flip cover, stay tuned for a video on that. Shoot me a like if you like this video, and if you really want to see my next upcoming videos, please subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. Thanks everyone. Catch you guys next time.